Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Out at the range today with heavy metal. Beautiful day in Tennessee. And super excited about this stuff. I've been trying to get my hands on this stuff for a while. But what we're testing today is Remington's Core-Lokt copper. You guys that watch the show saw me recently do a video on this exact same stuff, but with 243 Winchester. And both my Weatherby 243 and my Howa 243 loved it. Like better than half-inch groups loved it. Today we've got the same stuff, the Remington Core-Lokt copper, but in 300 blackout. So Remington now has a 300 blackout hunting bullet. What I've got out here today, this is my Savage Axis 300 blackout. I got this thing purposefully for catching deers with 300 blackout. What I'm gonna do here today, I'm gonna go back to 100 yards, do some group testing with this, slow down, and see how my Savage Axis 300 blackout likes it. But 16-inch heavy barrel and some change. It came with this 3 to 9 by 40, super cheap, budget friendly Bushnell banner optic on it. Like I said, it came with it. I left it on there. For in the woods, 9-power zoomies is all you need. On the end, I've got my Silencer Central Banish 30 Gold on this one today. But yeah, let's go back to 100, see what we think about it. Let me give you an up-close look of these bullets here quick. All copper. And these 300 blackouts are 120 grain hollow points. Pretty sweet, pretty shiny. For hunting ammo and 300 blackout, a lot of times it's either a 110 or a 125, gets that speed up there. These are 120 grainers. We'll see how my Savage likes them. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 4 groups of 3. I'm not gonna let it cool. This thing has a pretty heavy barrel, but even if it does not like the heat, then we'll know it. But here we go. 4 groups of 3 at 100. Do my best. Now this does only have 9-power zoomies, but I'm gonna do my best to break that trigger at the same spot every time. I should have made the dots bigger on the paper. This reticle's pretty heavy. So I hit about 1 inch left of my dot. Now this isn't sighted in for this, so we may not be hitting bullseyes, but we're looking for groups, not for bullseyes. I should have gone ahead and swapped out the scope. I like having like 24 zoomies for precision, but we might swap it out before deer season, see what happens. See how we do with this 9-power. Well, that one did hit the dot. Well, those two were just about touching, weren't they? That first one messed that group up, didn't it? Well, let's load up some more. I think I pulled that one. We're gonna roll with it anyways. I think that was a bad squeeze on me. Still hitting left, didn't it? I adjusted a little bit right after this one. We'll just leave it. Measure the groups. Well, then that one hit the dot. I might be having a bad day. If I hit the dot pretty near 3 times. I don't know, we'll see. Get all this done, measure them. I might have to revisit this and do one with a more precision scope on it. How hot is that can? Not too bad, and it's on there tight. Like I said, I picked this one up for whitetail in the woods. It's one of my goals to take a deer with every cartridge out there, and I haven't done it with 300 Blackout yet. So stay tuned this coming deer season. This one's on the list. Bottom left target. Do my best here. Yeah, see, I think this thing's on when I do my part. Yeah, those last two felt real good. Let's try to do it again. Starting to get some mirage off the can now. Oh yeah. This Savage likes this stuff, which makes me happy. See if I can do that again on the fourth one. Now this barrel's got to be getting a little hot. It's not that hot still. I can still leave my hand on it. So 300 Blackout doesn't make a crazy amount of heat, but I think that third one was the best group so far. That first one, I got 2 touching. That last one, I got 3. Putting them in there pretty good. Well, do one more group here. Try to do this thing justice and do my best here. I got an ant crawling across my leg. 9-power zoomies, not the best for precision work, but it's good enough for catching deers. But I just like to give this thing all the help it can get. The 9-power zoom, it's not easy to make sure you're holding the exact same spot every time, especially with this reticle that's pretty thick. We'll measure these groups with the calipers here in a second. Felt like I jerked that one at the end, but I think that's still going to be close to a 1-inch group, a hair underneath, I think. But let's go measure those groups. I'm still going to use the excuse of only 9-power zoom on this optic, but hey, this right here is probably twice as far as I'll be using this thing for catching deer in the woods, so I think I'm going to be pretty happy with it. Let's go measure those groups with the calipers. All right, so just measured all these groups with the calipers for Savage Axis 300 Blackout. It's got that heavier barrel and 16 and some change Banish 30 gold can, and the 120 grain Remington Core-Lokt copper in 300 Blackout. Here's how we did. Very first one, right off the bat, 2 in the same hole, 1 over here, 1.09 inch group. Second try, this one I 1000% jerked the trigger, and that made me get a 1.80 inch group. This one, best of the day, 0.65 inch group, pretty good. I take that all day. And then this last one, we barely squeezed it in, side of an inch group, 0.99 inches. So again, I gotta say, only 9-power zoomies on this. I think I've got a Arkin I want to swap out there before we go catching deers with it. But here's our results here. Best is a 0.6 inch group at 100 yards. Another one under an inch, one real close to an inch. And that one, I'm gonna blame that on me boogering it up. But I think this thing's ready to catch some deers with this stuff. But there you have it, guys. Remington Core-Lokt copper in 300 Blackout. You can bet your bottom dollar this may be the first one that I take out whitetail hunting this year. It's not quite decided yet, but I dig it. But hey, let me know what you think about it. Remington Core-Lokt copper in 300 Blackout. I'm still kicking myself. I feel like I could have done better if I had a optic with a lot more zoomies, just to make sure that I was holding the exact same spot every time. But hey, for deer season, I may or may not swap that out. I don't know yet. This is I'm 95% sure this is the most budget friendly, most affordable bolt action 300 Blackout that's out there. That's why I picked it up. Savage Axis in 300 Blackout, pretty sweet. I've actually filmed two different one of these, one with the black stock. This camo one, I believe, is a special edition that only Bass Pro has, but I also had the black stock one for a video, and it did real well too. But hey, appreciate y'all. Let me know what you think about catching deers with 300 Blackout. We'll see you guys on the next one. Hoo-hoo!